Are you from Madrid? Are you from Madrid?
I'm from Argentina. I live in Madrid.
You live in Madrid. Okay. And are you concerned? In your city they close.
I'm not playing football tomorrow.
Oh, but that's not that special. So playing football is just a game. We are not the society. We are part of the society, and we should all be worried in the same time. And that's exactly the thing I don't like. That you sit here and ask me this question, but fly from Madrid to here. So stay there. They close schools and universities, but why don't? And you are obviously concerned. That's the question. But you think now football is worth it to travel or whatever. So that's the situation. That's our problem, our common problem, and we cannot sort it with football. We play football. It's our part. What we have to do. Your job is to transport information, and I hope you do it better than you ask questions, to be honest. It's completely different. And so a couple of advantages that we didn't have there are now on our side, but the atmosphere will be a point, 100%. That we have our crowd will be an advantage, that they don't have their crowd will be another advantage. Not a lot of them played before in a stadium like Anfield, in an atmosphere like we can create. And that's something what we want to use, and hopefully we can.
No shots on target, as you know, in the first leg for Liverpool. So what are you expecting from your team and the opposition this time around?
More shots on target.
The last time before now that you lost 3 of your last 4 games was the end of the 2017-2018 season. So does it have little impact on confidence when you've been so consistent since then? Or does it mean a bigger job for you to lift the players because it's almost like a shock to the system when you have that kind of run forward?
It's a mix of all of that. So, of course, winning gives you confidence, losing costs you confidence. That's completely normal. You start thinking about different things, but it's how you said, okay, it's a long while ago, but one defeat feels like 2 defeats. It's not a massive difference. So it's just to how you get back on track immediately, on the result track if you want. And you can do that only not by hoping that things are now clicking even better than the game before. So you have just to work really hard. You have to fight back on track. That's always like it is. It will never be different. And that's what we have to do all together on Saturday. So tomorrow, not even 24 hours, we have to do that as a unit with our supporters together. And yeah, just not waiting for the perfect moment, just working for a very, very good moment, another good moment, a better moment, a perfect moment, a super moment, whatever, exactly working for that, being perfectly protected. Because the way opponents play against us is not new. It's not new, they do it, I don't know how long, feels like always, but it's like they have a defensive block and go for counterattacks and use set pieces, stuff like this. Bournemouth especially dangerous around set pieces, always good. I think they scored around about 50% of their goals from set pieces, so which is quite an impressive number. So we have to be 100% spot on there. We have to play football, we have to play the way through, to force the way through, to accelerate, to switch the side, use small spaces to create big spaces, and we have to be perfectly protected because of the counter-attacking threat with King, Wilson, and Fraser especially. So that's a job to do, and that wouldn't have been different if we would have won the last few games. So that's the same, but just we want to fight, and that's what we have to show. Fortunately, Ali is out. Yeah, Mr. Allison had in training before the Chelsea game. Little incident, we all thought it's nothing, was clear, will not play anyway. The plan was that he's on the bench. And then there we thought, oh, come on, we don't have to take any risk. And so left him out of the squad. Scan next day, and I found something. And so now he's out. We'll see next week, for sure. Next week, yeah, next week for sure, and then we'll see.
What was he doing?
Muscle, slightly in the hip region. Small muscle. You could all do your work still, but a professional goalkeeper, there's a slightly different. So that's the situation.
Asking on a wider question about the coronavirus, are you worried as a team, as a club, about the spread of it or how it might affect you?
Look, what I don't like in life is that a very serious thing, a football manager's opinion is important. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I could ask you. You are exactly the same role than I am. So, and it's not important what famous people. What famous people say. No, you have to. We have to speak about the things in the right manner, not people with no knowledge, like me, talking about something. People with knowledge should talk about it and should tell the people, do this, do that, do this, and everything will be fine or not. So, and not football managers. I don't understand that. Politics, coronavirus. Why me? I wear a base cap and have a bad shave. We made 7 changes. I said we knew that it will be intense. That's why we made the changes. Curtis showed so many things tonight where everybody thought, wow, what a player. Yes, and then you lose a ball. That's a learning process. That's learning. You cannot learn it at home in the living room. You have to learn it on the pitch and you have to react on it. So that's how it is. Nico played a super game tonight, so showed obviously that we can have really a second fullback coming, which helps us massively for the future. Look, what I don't like in life is that a very serious thing, a football manager's opinion is important. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I could ask you. You are exactly the same role than I am. So, and it's not important what famous people say. No, we have to speak about the things in the right manner, not people with no knowledge, like me, talking about something. People with knowledge should talk about it and should tell the people, do this, do that, do this, and everything will be fine or not. So, and not football managers. I don't understand that. Politics, coronavirus. Why me? I wear a base cap and have a bad shave. I'm concerned as much as you, maybe less. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what your amount of being concerned, but my opinion is really not important. I live on this planet and I want the planet be safe, healthy. I wish everybody the best, absolutely. But my opinion about Corona is not important. If somebody tells me we play football because I think smarter people said we can play football, I will not make the decision. No, look, it went our way for so long because we were just we defended outstandingly. So usually you don't get a lot of chance against us, stuff like this. Now we have to admit that in the last 3 games, 4. Not sure what was first, Norwich or Atletico, but if then we conceded absolutely too many goals. That's true. From completely different situations, so it's not one problem, but we see that as well. But I'm not worried about the momentum. The momentum is not something you don't get as a present. You have to get it to keep it and be nice and gentle that you can keep it. So we will. That we have always a chance. You have always the chance to get it back. No, I'm not concerned about the momentum. But it's football. We never thought it will be easy. It will be an easy season. It will be an easy period. It will be an easy game tonight. Nothing. It was always good. It will be difficult. It was always difficult. We did very well tonight. Not good enough in decisive moments, and that's what we have to accept.
Are you concerned by You're not concerned by the momentum, but are you concerned by the performances, perhaps?
The performance tonight was completely different to the performance at Watford. Against Watford was really bad. Tonight it was not bad. Tonight it was a really super intense game. We made 7 changes. I said we knew that it will be intense. That's why we made the changes because it was clear. A lot of sprints, a lot of spaces in midfield. How Chelsea plays, how we wanted to play. It was clear. You need accelerations constantly. They offer that constantly. That's why we had to make the changes, and or we thought we have to make it. And so no, I'm not that performance tonight. I'm not concerned about. That's football. If you make decisive mistakes, then you lose football games. Nothing. No impact. Come on, we tried everything for 2.5 years. We had an exceptional ride in the Champions League. It's like we had party after party after party in the Champions League, pretty much. And it was tonight a party. Everything was set. It was great. Crowd exceptional. The stadium. Everything showed up in the best way. The boys delivered super game, fought hard, played well, scored wonderful goals, but we lost. So that's it. No impact on nothing. So we have now more time to prepare the Premier League games. Obviously, we will see how the season will go on. Nobody knows that, obviously, in a moment exactly. And that's it. How I said, we were lucky in moments in the Champions League when we went through for some reason. Usually we really deserved it, but there were lucky moments as well. Tonight we are out. How I said, Atletico won both games. they are deserved in the next round. So now from now on we will watch Champions League instead of be part of. But everybody knows we will come again and we will go again. Thank you to everybody who helped us on that ride. But for tonight, it's just, now it's over. I cannot change that anymore. But there will be no impact. This game, 120 minutes, I didn't have no time so far to ask the boys. We look tired as well, of course. So hopefully they're all fine. And then we have now like 3 days or so to prepare the derby. And then we will play that. That's how it is. That's the impact what the game has. But going out has no impact.